Do you think you've got what it takes to thrive in the land of 10,000 lakes? Whether you're planning a move here or you just want to test your Minnesotan chops, today I'm going to put you to the test with the ultimate Minnesota survival quiz. Yes, a quiz. I'm Mary Schumann. I'm a realtor here and I help people make the move to Minnesota from all over the United States and the world. And this week I felt like having a little bit of fun. And if you've watched some of my videos in the past, you're going to ace this test. There's 12 quick questions to see if you are made of sterner stuff or if you're made of pudding. And some Minnesotan's going to find you in a melting snowdrift sometime next spring. And if that's the case, maybe you should stay wherever you are right now, south of us. Or if you're going to be a Minnesota master with elite Minnesota knowledge right out the gate. If you find out that you're pudding after taking this test and you still want to come, you should watch my videos on my channel and, study up. Let me know when you can pass the test and I'll send you a certificate and then I will help you make the move. All right, so from handling winter like a pro to mastering the Minnesota goodbye, let's see how well you know this great state. So grab a pen and paper, or you're alone, you can just shout out your answers and let's get started. So I'm going to start with category number 1, which is winter warrior training. Question number 1, it's minus 20 degrees Fahrenheit outside. What's your go-to outfit if you are a native? Number 1, a light jacket because it can't be that bad. 2, layers of fleece, wool, and a parka. And number 3 is I don't go outside when it's below freezing. We live in the cold, but we're not crazy. The layers, number 2, that's the answer. Layers are key. Minnesotans embrace the cold with the right gear. Think thermal socks and a big parka. Choosing to stay inside when it's below freezing is going to make for a really long winter, and you're probably going to lose your mind. I do often see some knuckleheads out there in shorts. No matter what the weather is here, I don't recommend this course of action. It doesn't make you look tough. It makes you look like you're missing some important parts up in the old brain box. All right, question number 2, true or false? You can get frostbite in under 10 minutes. The answer is true. When it's minus 20 degrees with wind chill, exposed skin can freeze really quickly. So yep, keep your extremities covered. I mean it. Question 3, it's snowing heavily. How do you clear your driveway? Number 1, shovel it by hand like a hero. Number 2, fire up the snowblower. Number 3, leave it and hope for the best. Okay, the answer on this one is number 2, snowblowers. They save lives, or at least your back, and possibly your life, because heavy snowfalls with wet snow are called widowmakers for a reason. They give people who shovel a little old heart attack. Leaving the snow would also be tempting, but there are lessons here as well, as in how much worse it actually gets over time, what that freeze-thaw cycle can do to the difficulty of removing snow. And another lesson is how much the city is going to fine you for leaving it there. So stuff like that, hard lessons. Maybe it's easier to get your snowblower out or pay someone. All right, question 4. What is a snow emergency in Minnesota? I think I'm going to stump you guys on this one. Number 1, a blizzard is coming. Number 2, alternate parking rules are in place in order to clear snow. Number 3, canceling school for the day. The answer is number 2. Snow emergencies mean parking restrictions so the plows can do their thing. School doesn't get canceled. Sorry, kids. Neither does work. Sorry, adults. But you should pay attention to parking rules so you don't get towed or plowed in when a snow emergency is declared. Okay, switching gears, we're going to change the category here to Minnesota culture. All right, question number 5. What is a hot dish? Is it 1, a spicy casserole? 2, Minnesota slang for tater tot casserole? 3, a dish served hot at the state fair? All right, the answer to this one is 2, hot dish comfort food perfection, often served at potlucks. I could see hot dish on a stick being something that would show up at the fair somehow. I wouldn't put it past them. And then spicy here equals salt and pepper. So please be prepared for this. And if you like something a little stronger than salt and pepper, I do happen to know people that keep a bottle of hot sauce in their purse, just in case. It's a suggestion. It's a suggestion. Don't feel weird. Question 6 is true or false. Minnesotans are known for saying "ope" instead of "excuse me." And the answer to this one is true. "Ope," let me just sneak right past you, is basically a reflex. And I think Wisconsin likes to horn in on this one too. And I have a sneaking suspicion that the 15 or so people that live in North and South Dakota may also have this in their lexicon. So get used to saying "ope." All right, question 7. How do Minnesotans say goodbye? Number 1, they say goodbye and they leave immediately. Number 2, they chat for 10 minutes at the door before leaving. Number 3, 2 toots and a wave from the driveway. Okay, the answer to this one is number 2, the long Minnesota goodbye. It's a cherished tradition, so plan ahead if you need to be somewhere else at a specific time. Build in, I would say, maybe 20 minutes. Or rely on the fact that you're from out of state and you can break every Minnesota norm and shatter the feelings of your host in the name of you just didn't know any better. And go with the option 1 where you just stand up and say goodbye. They're going to talk about you forever. They will wonder what they did wrong and how they offended you, maybe why you were so rude. But you can technically just say goodbye and leave. I wouldn't do it if you actually like them, but you can technically do it. You technically could do it. Don't do it. All right, new topic, outdoor adventure. Which outdoor activity is the most popular year-round in Minnesota? Number 1, fishing. Number 2, hiking. Number 3, canoeing. The answer to this one is number 1. Minnesotans fish all year long. They fish on the lake in summer and then through the ice on the lake, obviously, in winter. There is just no end to it. So I hope you like fishing. Number 9 is, what is the deal with mosquito season in Minnesota? Number 1, it's exaggerated. It's no big deal. Number 2, the mosquitoes are big enough to actually carry you away. Number 3, it's just a rite of passage for enjoying summers by the lake here. All right, so the answer is lore says number 3, but Mary says number 1. But if you have extra tasty blood, and I really don't want to know about this in any way, so we're just going to gauge that by mosquito attraction, I would say just, stock up on DEET. All right, question 10. What is the Minnesota state bird? Number 1, bald eagle. Number 2, the loon. Number 3, the snowy owl. All right, the answer to this one is the common loon, and it's famous for its haunting calls on Minnesota lakes. This is something you should make an effort to hear in real life because it's beautiful. So you should go to a lake in the woods, be there at night, and listen. It gives me shivers, and I love them so much. At this point, I feel like the bald eagle really outnumbers the loon. They are absolutely everywhere here, and I never tire of seeing them. You can just look up when you're near water, and you'll have a good chance of seeing a bald eagle. All right, new category, food and fun facts. All right, so question 11, what is the must-try burger in Minnesota? Number 1 is the Juicy Lucy. Number 2 is the Northwoods Elk Burger. Number 3 is the Polar Bear Patty. The answer is number 1, the Juicy Lucy. It's a cheese-stuffed burger legend, and I actually have opinions on this, and they actually are not good opinions, or maybe they're not opinions that it's good. I can say it here because YouTube is a safe space, but I would never tell the locals this. The idea of cheese inside the patty is ludicrous. It creates a molten projectile when you bite into it, and whoever is across from you is about to get sprayed with cheese lava. So my vote is just put the cheese on top. You get more cheese this way and fewer third-degree burns. It's really dumb. In case you're wondering, I'm 100% a function over form in basically all things. All right, question 12, the last question. Minnesota has an official state muffin, and I want to know, do you know what it is? Number 1, cornbread muffin. Number 2, blueberry muffin. Number 3, apple cinnamon muffin. The answer is the blueberry muffin. No one else knows this, so you get extra credit points if you knew this. Really, it should be an apple cinnamon muffin because we grow and develop a lot of apple varieties here in Minnesota. All right, so time to tally up your results. Give yourself a point for each correct answer, 1 point per question. If you scored between 8 and 12 points, you are a Minnesota master and you're ready to brave the winters and embrace hot dish like a true Minnesotan. Between 4 and 7 points, I'm going to call you a Minnesota rookie. You've got potential, but you maybe pack an extra coat and study up on snowplowing etiquette a little bit first. And watch my videos. 0 to 3 points, I'm saying stay south until you know what you're doing. Minnesota might be a challenge, but don't worry, we'll help you adjust. How did you do? Are you a Minnesota master or do you need to brush up on your winter survival skills? Let me know your score in the comments below. I would love to know this. And if you're thinking of moving to Minnesota, make sure to subscribe to my channel for more tips and insights. You can see neighborhoods and suburbs and all kinds of things about what it's like here. And I have a free relocation guide that you're welcome to download. It's in the description box down below this video. And reach out with questions because I love to talk to people that meet me on YouTube. Thanks for watching. Have a great week.